Welcome to the update. I'm Daniel Cox, and today we're going to be talking about a few bills that passed last week, and our expert, Michael, is going to be in here to talk about it. Also, I'm going to tell you about Jing. It's a little new piece of technology that's free, so software, that allows you to take videos of your computer screen and snapshots without having to have a Mac. I think it works on both. We'll see about that later, though. Also, we're having an interview with State Auditor Gary Jones, and that conversation will be interesting. Next week, I believe we're going to have Ken Miller on, so we're going to get two sides of the story. It's going to be interesting to listen to. But let's get to it. Let's start the show off with Michael over here, the expert on a few of these bills that have passed and what they could possibly do and mean to you. Hi. Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, why don't you tell us a little bit about what happened last week?
Well, so much happened last week. Where to begin? But the bill we're going to talk to you about today is House Bill 3399 by Speaker Hickman. We really appreciated the Speaker running this bill on Common Core, and he allowed an amendment by Gus Blackwell. He's been a friend of POE for many years, and he added an amendment to the bill that would revoke Common Core from our state statutes. So that was passed by the House, last night?
Yeah.
All right, so it's headed over to the Senate now, and there's been some shenanigans over there, and we'll see what happens, but we're hoping that they'll give it a hearing like they promised and let it go up for a vote, and maybe we can get that passed into law and get Common Core taken down.
So that's what this bill does. It's going to take down Common Core.
That's basically what it'll do. It'll revoke Common Core, and it'll put the ball back in the State Department's court to pick new curriculum standards under the Administrative Procedures Act.
That was a legislative update. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, members. We're so excited today to bring to you our state auditor, Mr. Gary Jones. And Auditor Jones, we're so thrilled to have you here today. And we're going to be talking about a very, very important subject that affects every single teacher in this state. And that is the issue of our state pension, which is very controversial right now. Would you bring us up today, Auditor Jones, on the bill that is dealing with this and the authors of the bill and exactly what's really going to happen?
Let me just say briefly that my wife retired after 36 years teaching. My daughter is a teacher. My sister was a teacher. My sister-in-law. And between my wife and I, we have 5 nieces and 3 nephews that are teachers in Oklahoma. So
it's genetic.
It's genetic. But that being said, there was a bill that was passed that basically changes the structure of the pension system from what's called a defined benefit, which basically says that your pension's figured based on the number of years multiplied by your salary and a factor to determine that you'll get a set amount in retirement benefits when you retire. That's been, this would change it to what's called a defined contribution or a 401k, more like a savings account that you would put so much money in and the state would match it, match from you're required to put 3% in, could put as much as 7%. Initially, the state would match that dollar for dollar, but the bill says that they'd only be required to match it for sure for the 3%, and then that would constitute your funds to be available when you retire. Now, right now, it's only set up for public employees. It's not teachers, and they've actually excluded some of the public employees, the ones they consider hazardous pay, and then interestingly, they excluded county elected officials. I'm a former county commissioner. And even though it got tiring or stressful at times, I fail to see how it qualifies as hazardous.
Well, teaching also gets hazardous at times. We've had a teacher severely injured in a tornado and more. Right. We've had some of our members have been attacked by students. One has been put in the hospital. So teaching is hazardous nowadays.
It can be at times. And I'll tell you also that the question was asked of the author of the bill as to whether or not, would you commit that you're not going to come back with a bill to put this type of retirement in place for firefighters, for policemen, and also teachers. And his answer was pretty telling because he indicated he had no plans to bring a bill firefighters or policemen, but he did not say teachers. So the thought is that next year may be the year that they try to do this for teachers.
Google Jing, Jing. It'll take you to the top search, and that's the one I'm telling you to go to. It's free online software, and it enables a teacher to take a screenshot or video of your activities on the computer. This will aid in anything you're doing on the computer and trying to show your class. And did I mention it's free? It's awesome. Mac computers can do this, but I'm not sure if PCs can have evolved yet. We'll see. Thanks for watching the update. I'm Daniel Cox, and I'll see you next time.